Welcome back, my Beatles friends, to a new video. And this is a new finds video from the last 2 months. And I recently came back from my trip to Portugal. I was there for 16 days and I traveled all around the country. And I have more than 15 singles, more than 20 albums, cassettes, posters. I have a lot of things to show you today. And I hope it's gonna be not so very long video. Okay, so long story short, let's start showing the items. I'm gonna start from cassettes, from merchandise, singles, and then the albums. You know, the creme de la creme goes in the end. Okay, so first of all, I think I showed this one before, but I don't remember. It's one cassette, very simple issue. These two Portuguese parts of Paul McCartney's All the Best. And what I like about this one is that it has this booklet and all the illustrations of all the songs, which is kind of cool. Original Portuguese on Parlophone. So that's the two parts. And also what I like, rarities on cassette, the Portuguese issue. It has just this booklet inside. Nice vintage items for the collection. Alright, next, something that I've been looking for quite some time. I can't say that it's a rarity, but it's not sold in Germany or Europe. It's only in America, and the shipping costing and the fees and everything just makes it, you know, overpriced. But I found it here, the original 1964 program. Finally I have it. I'm not gonna take it out, I'm not gonna open it, but you know, it's, trust me, it's in a mint condition. By the way, yeah, there is another poster inside, but that's the one. I still missing the two others, but they're not rare, so I will find them eventually someday. And the poster, this is the rare poster that I've been looking for a long time. This is a white album poster, but it's not the poster, the picture collage. This is a poster of 4 portraits, not as a separate images, but as one giant poster. This I've been looking for a long time. Okay, so that was the merchandise, that was the non-vinyl items. So now we are talking about singles and EPs, and we have that much. So I'm gonna start with the 5 most rare ones. I'm not gonna keep them in to the end. The Mexican EPs that are very very rare to find today, and there were only 13 EPs in Mexico. I have found 5 in one store. All of them are on Mozart label, which is the first issues of Mexican. It's a Mexican label. Now, the funny story here is that some of them look like this. I mean, many of them have the same image, but different colors. Now, not only the colors vary from EP to EP, also on the same EP can be different colors. So you have endless variations. For example, I'm holding in my hand She Loves You, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, I Saw Her Standing There, and I'll Get You. Now this one is actually blue, but there is also yellow for the same songs. And the label looks like Capitol label, but there is a drawing here in the circle, and it's not rainbow, and the label is Mozart, not Capitol. But the design looks the same. Now the other EP that I have. This one, this is Love Me Do, Thank You Girl. Sorry guys, I don't speak Spanish. Do you want to know a secret, and Little Child. So once again, same design, different color, but you can find this EP with the blue color as well. And you know, it goes and goes around and around. And the third EP from this series is Roll Over Beethoven, All My Loving. P.S. I Love You, and Twist and Shout. Okay, once again, same design. So these are the three variations with this cover. There is also another variations of covers, which is this picture. It's also on Mozart, and here we have on the back advertisements of Beatles records and other records. These are original Mexicans. Now here we have From Me to You, You Can't Do That, Can't Buy Me Love, and This Boy. Despite the difference in the cover, the label looks identical. Okay. And the last one, but not the least, these are Muchachos, boys. You really gotta hold on me. It won't be long until there was you. By the way, All My Loving doesn't have a hi-hat intro. Okay, so these are 5 extremely hard to find Mexican EPs. We have more Mexican EPs. This one. This is already a later design, it's later issues, it's on Capitol. And these songs are Bad Boy, Dizzy Miss Lizzy, You Like Me Too Much, and Yes It Is. So this is on Capitol, and the covers are different, also with the picture-wise and the design. The cover is just a folded, you know, booklet kind of thing. It's not regular cover as we know, and it's on Target. I think it's a later issue, it's a 70s issue. But still worth to buy. So Portugal is a very good place to buy Brazilian, Latin, and Mexican issues. By the way, Portugal is a wonderful country. I'm gonna visit that country again. Next one, another Capitol issue. This is I Should Have Known Better, If I Fell, Tell Me Why, and I Love Her. But it has Beatles for Sale cover. Okay, and that's the record. And the back cover, sorry, they are in shrinks, you have to open them. And the back cover is the same thing on black and white picture. And how many more Mexicans do we have? Yeah, 2 more Mexicans to go. This one. This is from 1971, I believe. And this is Misery, Anna, and what are the 2 songs? A Taste of Honey, and sorry guys, I don't speak Spanish, and There's a Place. Yeah, There's a Place. What I like that they don't care about the punctuation. Here the bracket is missing, here the dash is missing. They don't really, you know, care about it. So we have, this is colored and this is black and white on Capitol. This is also 70s reissue. And the last Mexican for today, this is on green Target. This is Yesterday, It's Only Love, Act Naturally, I've Just Seen a Face. That's the one. Also 70s issue. Something that I've been looking for a long time. This is the original American I Wanna Hold Your Hand single, the first pressing. Do you believe that? This is the cover, is the first pressing. The cover is the first pressing. I think this thing is worth framing actually. This is the cover, the first pressing, but the record is actually second press, and you can identify it by the a publisher's name written here. I'm not gonna dive into details, but believe me, that's a second press. Now we have a few of Portuguese originals. Yeah. Okay, first of all, Portugal single, Obladi Oblada, backed with, well, no, it's an EP, sorry. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, back in USSR, Obladi Oblada, and what could be the fourth one? Julia, great song, great song. So that's on Blue Parlophone label. Portugal, yeah. By the way, Portuguese EPs, there are some rarities that are impossible to find, and if you find them, you grab them no matter how much they cost. I mean, I couldn't afford to buy everything, but maybe someday, who knows? Okay, next one. The Ballad of John and Yoko. That's a single on Black Parlophone label. Backed with Old Brown Shoe, beautiful condition. And this is on Black Parlophone label. That's also Portuguese. Yeah, like I said, guys, it's gonna be a long video, but I want to show everything at once. I don't want to make it one, part two, because sometimes I forget what I have already shown, what I haven't, and it's a mess. So I just want to show it and then put it on the shelf. That's it. Next one, Get Back and Don't Let Me Down. Plain white cover on the back, and black and yellow Parlophone label. Two more Portuguese to go. Come Together Something. And we all know which single is the rarest in the world, right? And it's not Portuguese, it's Israeli. So that's the front, that's the back, and that's the single. I like how they wrote Come Together and Something on the zebra. And last Portuguese, John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Beautiful Boys, backed with Woman. Beautiful, beautiful single on Geffen Records. Saw it by accident in the store, actually. All right, here comes one of the rarest items that I found. This is back in the USSR, Obladi Oblada, Glass Onion, While My Guitar Gently Weeps EP from Iran. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the sleeve that has to be here, but it's already rare on its own. It's an Iranian press, and look at the condition. I was just amazed to find it. That's one also is worth framing. Next, another Portuguese EP, but it's Paul McCartney, I forgot to show. This is a very rare Paul McCartney London Town single, not EP, single, that has a very unique cover. This sleeve is rare to find. And here's the back. And that's the Parlophone label. But that's the sleeve. Okay, next, Brazil, We Can Work It Out, Day Tripper. This is just a white Odeon label, Brazilian. I believe it's only one Brazilian that I found. We go back to Great Britain. Please, please me. Ask me why. First press. Oh, sorry, not the first pressing. It's the second pressing of Please, Please Me. As we all know, the first pressing came on red, but this is black. And it's a second pressing. Why? Because we have a 45 prefix here, and the third pressing does not have the 45. If you want to know more about this, I have a separate video where I detail, by detail, explain every pressing. Okay, so another Please Please Me. I have already 3 copies of this. You cannot not buy when you see it, right? That's our problem. Two recent finds, interesting finds. Tony Sheridan, My Bonnie, and Tony Sheridan, Sweet Georgia Brown, 2 singles. These are 80s reissues, these are not originals, and both of them are on Polydor. And what I like about this one, that it has very interesting cover. There's a Tony Sheridan here and silhouettes of the Beatles. These are 80s reissue. I will talk about this single in my separate video in a couple of days, so stay tuned. Alright, still 7 to go. I could make a separate video only by the singles, but no, you will get everything today. Okay, Anytime at All, backed with And I Love Her. I think it's And I Love Her backed with Anytime at All. This is from Peru on orange yellow Odeon label with original stamp and original company sleeve. I think it's the only one that I got from Peru. Next one, Ain't She Sweet, backed with Nobody's Child on Atco. This is Canadian pressing. Atco Canada. Never seen this one before. I was in the store and I saw all the singles in one store, and I said, this I take, this I don't take, and I was a mess, and then I mixed up what I'm taking, what I'm not taking. I said, you know what? Give me everything, put everything in a box, count it, and I paid for everything. So you gotta forgive me if I'm not sure what I have and what I don't. Okay. Okay. So next one. Another Portuguese. So when I said I finished with Portuguese, I lied. Forgive me. So this is another Portuguese. This is Get Back, backed with Don't Let Me Down, with original company sleeve that has logos of Columbia Records, Parlophone, Odeon, Columbia, Pathé, Marconi. So I think it's a common sleeve for all the companies. And this is another yellow black Parlophone label of Portuguese single. Alright, so Portuguese hunt was very, very successful. Next, another Atco single, but this one, Ain't She Sweet, with Nobody's Child, just like was here. Nobody's Child, and She's Sweet. It's a black Atco, and this is yellow white. This is from America. America? Yeah, I think it's America. And what I also like, that it came with this original sleeve. 4 more to go. Go grab some coffee or maybe beer or tea, because we're gonna be here another 25 minutes. Next one. Portuguese Hey Jude and Revolution. I think I have already 11 variations of Hey Jude Revolution from different countries. Yeah, it's windy outside. Now we have 3 singles from Portugal on random silver Parlophone label. Now, two of them are the same. It's Inner Light and Lady Madonna, so I'm not gonna show it. But here we have Hello Goodbye, I'm the Warless, and Lady Madonna, the Inner Light twice. I mean, the design of it is really similar to the original British one. So that's the one. That's how it looks like. There's also Portuguese. I think it's early Portuguese pressings. So we have three of those. And a bonus for you. It has nothing to do with the Beatles, but as a tradition, I always show something beautiful that has nothing to do with the Beatles. We are talking about great Led Zeppelin, Immigrant Song, backed with Hey Hey, What Can I Do, original Portuguese issue, in a Fiji Plus condition. Absolutely stunning. And that's the back, and it's on Portuguese Atlantic label. I mean, you have to respect Led Zeppelin, right? You cannot not respect Led Zeppelin. Even if you are a Beatles fan. A bonus for you people. Okay, so that was it. That was the merchandise and singles and EPs. Now we have records. First of all, I'm gonna show solo records, and then I will go to Beatles records. So Paul McCartney first. This is Paul McCartney back in USSR, Soviet pressing, and the detailed information about this album you have in my previous video, so just click on videos and search all my videos and find it, or there's a better way, I'll put a link under this video. But anyway, you have to subscribe and hit the bell, because this video is already out 5 days and you have missed it. Okay, so this video is out there. Then we have two versions of Band on the Run. The original German, nothing special about it, with the inner sleeve, with the poster, and you know, I have 5 copies of this already. But this one I really want to keep, because this is American pressing, and we have here the song Hell on Wheels, which is American bonus track, which is not included originally on the record, and not only German. So it's my first American pressing, and I have Hell on Wheels here, so this is definitely a good find for me. Something that I never had, I only had on CD. This is Australian pressing of Family Way. That's on Blue Decca label. Nice find. I enjoyed, I really like this album. Mr. John Lennon, Portuguese pressing of Sometime in New York City. This is Life in New York City, and this actually is also on yellow black Parlophone label. In Portugal they kept the design. And here comes the creme de la creme, something that I never had and didn't expect having in my collection. This is the first pressing, original, not the reissue, not the fake, original American Two Virgins album. I'm not gonna show you the, I mean that's the Apple, yeah. I'm not gonna show you the cover because you all know, and I don't want this video to be banned on YouTube. Okay, so these were the solos, and now we have the Beatles. This much. Oh, wow. So let's start from the easier one. My home country, not my home country, but country where I lived for a long time. My home country is Georgia. Israel, on Portrait, the Beatles ballads. This is the late 80s reissue. Another one, 70s issue of Israel, Beatles for Sale on black and silver label. The original was on yellow black Parlophone. This is the 70s reissue. Nice to find, actually. Next, Let It Be. Now I have like 4 Let It Be's. I have to remember from which country that one is. It's a French Let It Be. Let It Be from France, on Parfait Marconi, on red apple on the back and green apple on the cover. So, near mint condition, French Let It Be. Oh, I love Great Britain. Original mono with the Beatles album with Got A, or no, the cover has Got Ta and the record has Got A, so it's a first variation cover with a second variation record. Nothing special about it, you all know how it looks like. I bet you all have it. Next one, something that I've been looking for years now, and I was jealous every time I saw it. This is I'm gonna show you something that I had. This is the original. This is the original, but that's the design of the original German Help album, and that text appears between Paul and Ringo, and that's a normal thing. But there are misprints that this text appears between George and John, and I've been looking for this cover quite some time, and I have it. The text between George and John. That was a great find. I bought like 50 records and this one was one of them. So I think the seller didn't even know what he was selling. But, you know, it's our job to help those people get rid of junky records, if you know what I mean. Okay, next. Brazil, Help from Brazil. I love Brazilian records. Why? Because they keep everything in a shrink. This is the back, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it for like something around 30 euros. And this is on Blue Odeon Brazilian label. This is the original from Brazil in VG Plus condition. All right. Next, Help. Come on, guys, I really need help. Help me. Help me stop collecting. This is Help from South Africa, and this was given to me as a gift from a great guy. I will mention him later. And this one actually, I like it because this is on Parlophone label, similar to the golden one, but you know, it's a silver black, still silver black, but it's on PMCJ 1255 South African pressing. And I got it as a gift from a great guy, and we made a deal, and he surprised me. And that's the back. Okay, next. This is not Portuguese find, this is a German find here. This is the regular Oldies but Goldies 70s issue from Japan on the Flag series, but this is a promo. This is not an Apple, this is white label, and this is a promo. And this was sold as a normal album. I paid for it like 15, 16 euros, something like that. Other than that, there's nothing to show here. You all know this album, but the label is promo. Now, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 Sgt. Peppers. And we're almost done. Okay, Sgt. Pepper number 1. This is what? This is Portuguese. This is Portuguese 70s reissue. Okay, not laminated cover. And this is on silver, on golden, yellow black Parlophone label. But I believe it's a 70s reissue. I gotta learn more information about Portuguese issues. Okay, next Sgt. Pepper. Next Sgt. Pepper is Israel. This is once again Israeli press, and this is not gatefold. This is a normal cover, and this is on also yellow black parlophone label, and this is from Israel. And you can identify Israeli pressings, but by the lettering stereo and mono. Israel is always right that. Whew. I'm not tired, are you? We have like 5 records more to show. Okay, next. Brazil. Sgt. Pepper from Brazil. And I adore Brazilian pressings. I mean, look at that. Look at that. In shrink, in foil, in great condition. I mean, Brazilians are the best. Look at that. And this is on white Odeon label, and it also comes with the cutout insert, but it's not cardboard, it's just a paper, and it's very, very flimsy and fragile. Sgt. Pepper from Brazil, and we can see here this logo Odeon, also on help. In my next videos I'll be talking about these albums more in detail, but this one is just an overview of my past month. Another Sgt. Pepper. This is the first pressing of France. Now, the cover is absolutely identical to German, and it's a German cover. Not identical, it's German cover. And it says here in German. But the record is on red Odeon label. I have this record already, and this is the second identical copy of what I already have. But in such a great condition, at such a great price, it's crime not to buy it. Okay, next one. This one is from Uruguay. You know, there's a country called Uruguay in Latin America, South America. And this also comes with this foil. This is a red album, and you open it like that, but it's a flimsy, it's not cardboard, so if you take out the record it just falls apart. It's on a smaller Apple logo, and the songs are written in Spanish, but they are translated to English as well. Uruguay. And the holy grail, creme de la creme of my collection, the Export Yellow Submarine. Now, I'm not going to talk about this record in this video, because in my previous videos you have a detailed information about this album. And several bonuses. This is the last one. This is Oldies but Goldies Portuguese, but without cover, only the record. Now, this record and this Yellow Submarine and a few other records were given to me as a part of a deal with a great Portuguese guy that I bought this record from. So, obrigado, my friend. Thank you very much. I think that's about it. That's all my finds. A few other items are coming in a few days. I'll be talking about Christmas albums. I'll be talking about My Bonnie with Tony Sheridan and the different pressings, and some other items are coming as well. Okay, so this was a very difficult long video. Thank you very much for watching, and hit the bell please, and subscribe to my channel and like. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye bye.